about the music video. If you have any questions about it, please ask me below and I'll look in a moment. Essentially, the process for the music video kind of went like this. So I recorded the song about a year ago, and then I was talking about some ideas for the music video with as you know, Colin Stark, who I work with often, and Colin and I were discussing ideas, and then I went home for the holidays, and I came back, and then all of a sudden, we were in quarantine in Los Angeles, and the whole concept changed because the streets in LA were pretty much deserted. And so Colin and I had an idea to go out in a socially distanced crew, just him and myself. We had done about 2 or 3 weeks of pre-production, planning it, trying to figure out how we were best going to get this one take idea for the music video. The music video idea was really based on the Coldplay video, Yellow, which is probably my favorite music video of all time. If you don't know it, please check it out. It's like this black and white, like one take masterpiece that's kind of filmed in, I forget the actual term for it, but it's essentially where the artist is saying the words 2 times as fast, and then they slow it down in post-production. If anyone knows what the word is, please comment and let me know what it is. Anyway, so Colin and I essentially went out. It was a 2-day shoot, and we went out and we had about an hour window every single day to record. And we did the one take, and then on the second day we got the take. And it was like the greatest feeling ever. Oh my God, it was so amazing when we finally got the take. Anyway, special experience. And then all throughout quarantine I was doing post-production, whether it was editing or, helping with the sound design. We worked with an amazing sound designer, a guy named Michael Picton, and he helped do the prologue. It was there you go. All right, first question. So how do you feel filming this? Well, are you talking about the live, or are you talking about, I don't know specifically what you're referring to, so why don't I just go take some questions now so I can... Hey, thank you, Stiddy is cute. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you. See if there are any questions coming through about... How am I? All right, why don't we start there? Okay. All right, so Morgan's Priv XX. What did you like most about making music? PS. Love you. Okay, so what do I like most about making music? So music is a very kind of solitary expression. It makes, it's dissimilar from acting in the sense that acting, you need a bunch of people around you. You need a script, you need a directory, and you often, there's so much time that it takes to express yourself in acting. Whereas music, if I feel something, I can just sort of begin writing, whether it's just like writing down ideas for lyrics, or whether it's like learning a new song on the guitar and learning different chords or different voicings. It's something that I can do more on my own, which I really, really enjoy. Similar to a music video, right? I mean, like, we went out and we filmed this music video, and it was just myself and Colin, the director and DP. So it was just 2 people making this piece of art. We were the writers. We got to write, decide what the story was, how it was going to look. And like, the fact that we did a one take was really that was what made the video very difficult to execute. Because to do a one take well, at high level, is, I've been on sets before where we've done like 45 seconds or 1 minute one takes. It's very difficult to do them on a set. A lot of moving pieces. You have to light the whole thing differently. But due to the fact of the way we shot, the way we rehearsed, and the way Colin and I worked together, we were able to do it. With nothing, It was minimal. It was so fun. I loved making the video. someone just asked me, "Aw, thank you. You all are so kind." I mean, seriously, like the amount of messages that I've gotten about the song, or it's really, because like, you know, when I started recording music, I had no agenda. You know, I didn't even see a song coming out. When I met the music producer who did 21st Century Love, I went in to do a demo of a song that I'd written, which wasn't 21st Century Love. And then while I was there, I was like, I had just written this idea based on this experience that I had 2 or 3 days before. And I just played the song for him, and he immediately was like, I really love this. He called me a day later and was like, we need to produce this, like full on produce. I had no idea what he meant. I didn't know. I mean, at that point, I just loved writing songs. I loved playing my guitar, and I'd been singing since I was a little kid. So it was very much like that was where my head was at. I had no agenda. And so the fact that this song has come out, and like, just like all of your just positivity and excitement, and just like, you know, the amount of people who are writing about the song, and just like the coverage that it's getting is just, it's really, it's like very heartwarming. It means a lot to me. It makes me really excited about releasing all the other songs that we haven't, kind of, you know, just waiting in the wings kind of thing. And I got, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to process. It's been a crazy few days, and you know, it's been kind of crazy actually. You know, wait, hey Todd, can I tell this story?
About what?
About you and you and the girl you're seeing? If I have to. All right, so right now I'm in North Carolina, right? We're quarantining. It's me and my siblings. We're quarantining right now because we want to see my parents, right? And in order to see my parents in a respectful way, we're quarantining for about 4 days. We got a COVID test today. Everyone's negative. And then we just have one more test to pass, I think on Wednesday. And then we should be good to go back to my house where I grew up in. But my brother right now is 21st century loving, I guess you could say. And it's like, it's so cool to see like everyone tell the stories and like, and share things with me about their experience and how relatable the song is. Cause that's actually where it came from. Is I was on a dating app, and I matched with this gorgeous girl, and we were just talking back and forth, and I just like had this weird kind of like out of body experience where I was like, man, this is so strange, how I feel like all of this love and this, I'm experiencing this intimacy and this connection with this person who I've never met before, and like we're really vibing, we're going back and forth, it's really fun. I was like, this is a very special moment. It was almost like there was this kind of crazy like aura around this interaction. I immediately just started writing. I just started writing down ideas and what I was trying to feel, and it was just, you know, so it's, and then when COVID came around, it's kind of like, it's like, man, we have to rely on technology more than ever. Anyway, here we go. See if, oh, okay, a lot of questions have come in. Thank you very much. Happy you like the song. Great question. 2008 RKH. How long did you take to do the music video, like deciding the lines and the places? So location was shot in LA. We planned to do a 2-day shoot just to give us, because we were working with such a minimal amount of time every day to do the shots, that we had to do 2 days to get enough time to do like multiple takes. You know, all in all, I'd say pre-production lasted like about 3 weeks. Really just discussions, wardrobe, locations, you know, different camera equipment, what we were going to use, what was most viable, scheduling, all that stuff, you know. So probably from conception to actually shooting the video, I think that was probably about, it's like a 2.5 month conversation. And then finishing post-production on the video pretty much took the whole of quarantine. Because when you're doing a socially distanced edit, and when you're dealing with colorists and sound designers and visual effects, you're essentially giving notes over email, and then they take about 24 hours to get back to you on that note. Whereas if you were just in like a sound booth or you were in a color suite, you would essentially just be like, hey, can you just drop the saturation? And they would do it immediately. So it made post-production a very long process. And, you know, is what it is. We finished it though. So there you go. So all in all, I think it was like an 8-month process or something. How much do I enjoy talking to you? Okay, so the question was, how much do you enjoy talking to us? I was translating it. I love doing lives. I absolutely love interacting with everyone, and I love hearing your stories. And I don't know if you saw the last live, but like the conversations were amazing, and just, you know, being able to connect with people and not being limited to proximity or, you know, your physical location in the world, I think is a very special thing. You know, and I love doing lives. Oh my God. It's a funny question. I'm not saying that one. Can you tell us your favorite movie? Favorite movie, probably Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Robert Downey Jr. or Cinema Paradiso, or You Can Count on Me with Mark Ruffalo and Laura Linney. Where did you get your idea for your music video from? Well, the idea came from Yellow, the Coldplay video. It's probably my favorite music video, and I think a one take as an actor is kind of like the holy grail of filmmaking, because it represents a certain level of presence and commitment and focus. You know, with everything I do, whether it's singing a new song, like, you know, 21st Century Love was a very difficult song for me to sing. When Jacob, the producer, and I were writing it, because there were notes in it that were difficult for me. So what we'd have to do is we would essentially write a new part. I'd go off and practice for 2 weeks, literally every day, just like singing nonstop, just trying to practice, and I'd come back and we'd record it. So the reason I say that is because with everything I do, I really just want to challenge myself. I want to push myself, and I want to become a better artist through playing a role, through singing a song. So the music video for me, the one take, that's what made it difficult. And it was such a special experience because I was getting to tell a story in the way that I wanted to, and it was a story that I had written. It was a world that myself and Jacob had built. And then having the opportunity to put tap dancing into it, that's something that just came from the edit. I love to tap dance in between takes, just in like my whatever shoes I'm wearing, and it was really funny. You know, Colin loves just to roll the camera, and so while I was booting up the phone, you know, to get the song going every take, I would just tap dance, and that's honestly where the opening came from. And when I was editing it, I was like, wait, there's a story here. I was like, oh, I'm looking at my phone, I'm tap dancing. I was like, and then I spent about a week and a half editing that prologue section, and I shared it with Colin, and he was just like, this is rad. And then we wrote some voiceover for it, and that's how the prologue came to be. It just came from, you know, from being authentic to myself and curiosity and sitting down and doing the edit. And I'd never really edited anything before. I mean, that's kind of the crazy part, is I had never edited before, and before I knew it, I had done the prologue. It was like a very cool moment of kind of pushing past those limits, which I talk about often. I don't like that, you know, we're taught on some subconscious level to kind of like, you know, that stereotype, like stay in your lane. I find that people have lanes, but like, you know, those lanes aren't built by them, you know. They're more of like, they're more ideas that are imposed onto you. As an actor, people just think that I'm an actor, but acting's just one thing that I do. I have so many other passions, and I'm such a curious person that I love to, you know, I love to learn new things, and I love to challenge myself. Like, I don't know, yesterday I took a red-eye to North Carolina, so it was an overnight flight, and I got to our Airbnb in my hometown, and I hadn't slept all night because I was editing something that you will all see later this week. that's related to 21st Century Love. I'm so excited to share it with you. And I got to the Airbnb. I didn't sleep all night, and I was just like, I want to play my guitar. And I just started learning like this John Mayer song. And it's kind of like having all these different passions and all these different curiosities. It's it's a much more exciting way to look at your life than I am this person and I do this one thing. We there's some quote, I forget what it is, but it's like, what is it, like, I contain multitudes or something like that. And I always think that that's really, really inspirational. Okay, so next question. How's your day going? My day's good. Honestly, I'm a little tired, but other than that, I'm just happy that our COVID test came back negative. I'm happy that the music video was released today. I've loved seeing everyone's comments. Seeing how the song is doing on all the streaming platforms is just so encouraging, and like I'm feeling very, very, very excited today. Yeah. All right. Do you like jazz? Well, when I was younger, I played the saxophone, so I was really into like John Coltrane. One of my friends, Joe, introduced me to like Miles Davis and stuff. So I was listening to some Miles Davis not too long ago, and just like I love jazz. I miss my saxophone. I need to start playing that thing again. Do I have any friends like Billy Bloom? Well, Billy Bloom from Freak Show, played by Alex Lawther. I wouldn't say, growing up, I didn't really have any friends who were like Billy. No, I didn't. No. Okay, well, oh, thank you, Odney D. Appreciate that. Thanks for telling me. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sophia Peaky Fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. Okay, cool. Okay, that's a good question. What's my favorite lyric from the song, 21st Century Love? It would probably have to be this kind of love don't play for keeps, Just because, like, feelings are temporary. Emotions are temporary. So it's kind of like this kind of love don't play for keeps. Is like you don't own that feeling. You don't own that attraction. You don't own that moment. That moment exists and it's moving on almost immediately as soon as it arrives. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of just like, it's fun, Like that interaction that the song is based on that I had with that girl was fun. It was really exciting to meet someone who you connected with. But it didn't play for keeps, We don't have any ownership over interactions or over moments or experiences. Or I even find that like relationships I see, like, people who are close to me who are who, like, if you think that if you're a possessive person in a relationship, it's not going to end well. You don't need to, in the way to relate it back to the lyric, you don't need to keep that person. It's like the best relationships I find are the ones where there's a beautiful level of trust where both people in the relationship can breathe. And it's almost just like, my favorite way to sort of like, one of my good friends described his marriage to me like this, where he said that me and my wife are totally fine on our own, but we just prefer to be together. And I was like, that's kind of like that's exactly what I mean. Like, this kind of love don't play for keeps. Is their marriage is, they have a beautiful marriage. Their love isn't playing for keeps. Oh, there's the lyric, actually, right there. So anyway, that's my favorite lyric. What's your favorite lyric in the song? I want to hear it. Okay. There are people waiting who want to talk. Maybe we should do that. Ronnie or Roni. Let's see. Yeah, there will be an acoustic version. Wait for it. It'll be great. It's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. Soon. It's recorded. I don't understand that question. Is it working? Okay. I don't think Ronnie's working right now. Let's try someone else.
Oh my god. I wasn't
Hey,
expecting that. Hi.
Ellie?
Hi. Oh my god, there's a giant pimple on my head. Oh my god. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. We all get pimples. You're fine.
Oh my god, I wasn't expecting it. Oh, that's crazy.
So,
Oh my
Ellie,
god.
how are you doing today? Or where are you located in the world?
I'm from New Zealand.
Okay, so what time is it there?
It is 11:36 a.m.
Wow. So what is that, a day? It's like a day and a half ahead?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm decent.
Good, good.
How are you
Um,
doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm in my hometown in North Carolina. You know, we're just quarantining with my siblings, and we're just trying to hang out with my parents essentially. So we have a couple more days, and then we're good to go.
Oh,
Um,
that's
that coupled with releasing the music video today, and um, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing well.
yeah,
Um,
I've listened to your song like 100 times. It's so good.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Wait, so I have to ask then, because someone just asked me this, and this is why I wanted to talk to someone because someone asked me what my favorite lyric was. So I'm asking you, what is your favorite lyric?
Um, I I have no idea. Like, it's so hard to answer.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean, maybe if I listen to it like another 100 times, I'd probably be able to tell you.
just say like, be like my favorite line from the song is 21st Century Love. It's a good line.
Yeah,
I
I
say it
like
like
that.
100 times in the song, so that can be your favorite lyric.
Yeah, I'll choose that then.
I find that something I've noticed is that like most musicians seem to not know the lyrics to their own songs. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah,
it's kind of silly, but I think the reason that I know the lyrics so much is because I've like sang the song so many times. So it's kind of
yeah.
like it's ingrained in my being.
That's cool.
So okay, so I'm curious. Are you like in middle school? Are you in high school?
I'm in high school right now.
Mhm.
It's confusing. The school system is different to America over here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
was I was
confusing.
talking to I was talking to someone from India in the last
Yeah,
live
I
that I
saw
did.
that. I was watching that.
You saw that, yeah. And
Yeah.
she was explaining to me sort of how it works in India. And it's funny. I have a friend who lives in New Zealand, um, and but I don't entirely. We never talked about the schooling system there. Anyway, so are you in school? Is it? Or do you have school today?
Um, well, I'm on study leave right now because we have exams coming up, so I don't have school for the rest of the year. But the younger kids than me, they still have school.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think I
it's a
think
bit
back to my
weird.
school days. It seems so long ago. I'm not even that old. I'm like 25, but like remembering school, I was just like, man, because I was a bit of a class clown.
Yeah, that's like me too.
Are you?
Well, I think of myself as one, but probably not.
Like how so? Do you just like to make jokes, or do you like to?
Yeah, I'm just like really like jokey person, I guess.
Do you have a favorite subject?
Uh, I really like art and
Mhm.
music and drama.
Amazing. So, I mean, how does that work with like everything with coronavirus? Because like, are you physically going to school?
Yeah, we don't have any. Well, I think we have like one coronavirus case over here.
That's
Like
right,
we
New
we don't really
Zealand.
have any, so it's weird.
I'm
We're
so
pretty
happy to hear
good.
that because like, I mean, like music class. Like, I was in band when I was a kid, and I was in the school plays, and that was so important to me. And it was such a special thing in terms of like it was so important to like me cultivating my love for music and acting and stuff. So I was like, I mean, school plays are kind of off the books this year in the United States. You can't really do like Zoom play for high schoolers,
Yeah,
you know?
that's good.
I don't know how
Yeah,
exciting that would be.
probably not very good.
Man. Well, I'm curious. So, have you by chance have you seen the music video yet?
No, I haven't. I like only just woke up.
Oh, no worries then. No worries. I feel like we're sort of in the same boat right now where you're tired starting your day and I'm kind of tired like ending my day. Does that
It's
sound
like
about
the
right?
middle of the day, so I
Oh,
shouldn't have just woken up, but I like
no.
sleeping in.
Yeah, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. It was man. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like I find that sleep is one of those weird things because since the song has come out, I've been kind of on this crazy schedule where I'm just like, just constantly just like staying up really late and like, waking up really early and just having to squeeze everything in. And it's been kind of nuts where I'm just like, I think earlier today when I woke up, I was like, man, I'm really tired. I was like, this has
Yeah,
been intense. But anyway, it's pretty special. Um, and it's so cool that we get to talk and stuff. And hey, you'll have to let me know how you like the music video. I'm curious what you think.
I will.
And you
I'll
have to let me know what your favorite lyric is, because now I'm dying to know.
I will. I'll tell you.
Awesome. Well, it was really nice. It was really, really nice talking to you.
Yeah,
And
you too. That's
and
crazy.
good luck. Good luck on your exams.
Thank you.
And I I studied hard for exams, but I'm telling you, study hard for exams.
I don't really study. I just
You
kind
don't
of go.
study?
No.
Oh, come on. My sister's in the other room, and she's a PhD student. She's teaching people right now. She's grading papers and stuff, and it brought me back to my days of not studying as much as I should have. So I'm telling you, study. It's good, but
I have
also
enough
focus on
like
your art. You
credits
can do
to
both.
pass. Yeah, I've
What's
I've
that?
finished. I have enough credits to pass the year, so I don't need to do the exams, but I'm still doing it. But I'm
Yeah,
just not studying because I don't have like the energy to study.
yeah.
It's really bad, but
I, I don't know. I'm well. I don't know. I don't know. Look, well, good luck with your exams either way.
okay. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Can you post this so I can screen record?
Yeah, I'll probably post this one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And
Bye. Oh,
yeah, all right, bye. All right. So, I mean, like, it's kind of funny because when I tell people to study, it's like, my friend showed me this really funny video the other day of like this famous stock trader who just made this like 15-minute video where all he says is study hard. It's like all this guy says for 15 minutes, and he says it so many times that he's like, he says the word like the phrase study hard for 15 minutes straight. And it's funny and it's very amusing, but at the same time it's like very true. It's kind of like study hard, you know, whether it's like in 21st Century Love, I studied really hard. I worked my ass off on the lyrics. you know I was in the studio a lot with Jacob the producer, just working the song and then going off and practicing and getting my voice to a level where I could sing the song, um, and express the emotionality of the piece. Because that's all singing is, right? Singing is you're taking a story and then you're expressing that story, that experience, that feeling that you had through your voice, and through music. And so it's like, so it's kind of just like studying hard. And that's what I think school is good for, is I think there's a lot of issues with school, but school does teach you how to discipline and to learn and to sit by yourself and read. And those are all skills that I use every day, whether I'm on set or whether I'm writing a song or I'm in the recording studio. Um, the discipline of just sitting down and being committed to doing an excellent job. Um, I think that's my favorite thing about school. Let's bring on someone else. Actually, before we do that, let me answer a question, because there's a bunch of questions. Here we go. Let's see. Sorry, I lost the questions. One sec. Do I like One Direction? Absolutely. Love One Direction. Favorite song is probably Night Changes. But my friend the other night played Stockholm Syndrome for me, which is also a great song. Do I like to paint? I love to paint. I haven't painted in forever. I would love to, though. I don't really speak Spanish. Favorite Teen Wolf character? Probably young Derek, right? Is that narcissistic? Do I like Harry Styles? Absolutely. My sister and I were listening to his music last night. I think we were listening to Golden. And what was that song that he sang? I forget. It's one of his older songs. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, cool. There's a few questions. I'll bring on someone. I've never seen Vampire Diaries. I had a friend who was on it, though. Okay, here we go. Whoa, there's a lot of people in the waiting room. All right. Who's this? Okay. I don't know who to put. Okay. See if that worked. Man, it's crazy. I mean, it's kind of like, all right, I don't think this person is here. Let's try someone else. Who's this? So interesting.
Hello,
Hi. What's your name?
Ignacia.
Ignacia?
Ignacia,
Ignacia, where are you from?
Chile.
You're from Chile?
Sí, Chile,
Amazing.
South America.
Yeah. Wow. I've never been to Chile. So I'm always curious. So what time is it there?
What? Time.
What time is it? Is it there?
7
Wow. Crazy.
the night.
That's my brother. My brother's in the other room. My older brother. Yeah.
What?
Are you okay?
Oh, es increíble.
So,
I'm so nervous.
why? Don't be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. We're just talking. I'm just in my living room.
Do you speak Spanish?
This will be a very difficult conversation if I try to communicate with you in Spanish, because I'm gonna
Sí.
embarrass myself, and it's not gonna be good. So the answer is no.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm curious. Have you listened to 21st Century Love?
Um, uh, repeat?
Have you listened to my new song?
No, I don't listen.
You haven't? Oh, it's fine. It's no worries at all. So, I mean, yeah, no worries at all. So I'm curious. So, are you like a Teen Wolf fan?
Yes,
You are. Okay,
I,
Teen Wolf fan.
I, ¿cómo se dice? Wait, I know you for Teen Wolf.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So you like Teen Wolf? You're a fan of Teen Wolf
Yes,
show.
I really like Teen Wolf.
Amazing. It's
You, um, Derek, versión joven.
yeah. Hoven is young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um, it was Teen Wolf was kind of crazy because it was like someone actually. So I'm happy. I'm happy this is what we're talking about right now because someone asked me right before you got on. They asked me how did I get the role of Derek of young Derek on the show, and it's kind of crazy because I came to LA. I was with my mother, and I had an audition for Teen Wolf. And the audition went well, and they brought me in to like for what they call like a screen test, right? And
Uh-huh.
we found out that I got the part while we were driving away from the audition, and it was so exciting. I was so excited because I honestly was a fan of Teen Wolf. I loved that show. Like I loved Tyler Posey, Dylan O'Brien. Like I thought they were
See,
great.
that's amazing. I really like how you acted.
Hmm.
I really like.
Well, all that to
Uh,
say, I'm so happy that you love the show. I love the show too, and I love the
mhm.
fact that I got to be a part of that because they really they made some great TV. I think in what the 6 seasons or 7 seasons they were on. How many?
No,
Yeah, I mean,
7 seasons.
yeah, Jeff Davis, the guy who wrote the show, he was great to work with. I absolutely loved it, and like
Uh,
you know, it was King was awesome. And as many of you know, I met Madison McLaughlin on that show. You know Madison. She played Paige. Do you know Madison?
um, mm,
Maybe.
maybe.
Anyway, Madison's great. She's one of my close friends, and we met on Teen Wolf. So
Hmm. My friends, my friends saying
hmm
like Teen Wolf.
uh,
Same.
same. So your friends also like Teen Wolf.
See.
Amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like Teen Wolf is it's probably the thing that I talk to people most about. People just absolutely love that show. And it's like it's such a it's so fun to because as an actor I've been in films and TV shows that like not many people watch, right? Like that are more
See.
independent stuff. But Teen Wolf is one of those shows where like it seemed like everyone watched that show, and it was
See.
crazy to be part of that.
Eh, so no, that's one of the show of more like it.
Okay,
Es que, bueno,
you're okay. We can just chill.
uh,
We're good.
so, mm,
Oh, we're good. You're fine. I think people I think the people who are commenting right now,
mm,
I think they're trying to
um,
translate for both of us. I think some people are translating what you're saying, and some people are translating what I'm saying.
Sí.
And so I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to look down because I really wish I could speak Spanish. I'm sorry about that. I did take Spanish in high school, but it was high school Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you for asking me,
of course it was Ignacia, right?
Ignacia,
Ignacia.
from Chile.
It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Team Wolf and stuff. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Goodbye.
She was so sweet. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet. Yeah, the Spanish question comes up so much. People are always asking me on my Instagram page if I speak Spanish, and I just don't. I really wish I did. My brother's laughing at me in the background right now because Todd, do you speak Spanish? No, he speaks Hebrew. Todd's fluent in Hebrew. He's like, earlier today, he's like, Ian, can you navigate for me? And I was like, sure. And he hands me his Google Maps, and everything's in Hebrew. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to help navigate this? I don't know what any of this means. All right. Okay, it's a bunch of questions. Let me. All right. Someone asked me. Okay, so someone asked me, did I write the song 21st Century Love from a girl online? Well, did you stop it? The answer is yes. I wrote the song about a girl who I'd matched with on a dating app, who I was just like, I just was so, I thought she was so gorgeous, and I loved our conversation that we were having, and like, I thought it was just a really interesting experience to have all these feelings and this sense of connection and intimacy with someone who you have technically never been with in person. And I thought, well, this is kind of something that I feel like is really relatable, and I started to write a song about it. And that's the answer. I don't know if she knows about the song. I don't know if she's listened to it. Maybe one day she'll reach out, let me know. I hope she likes it. But yeah, that's where the long red hair and freckled cheeks line comes from. She had long red hair and freckled cheeks. So there you go. So the answer is yes. Okay. Let's do one more conversation. And then okay. You all are like so nice. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
What's
I'm nervous now.
Oh no, don't be. What's your name?
My name's Leah.
Leah, nice to meet you.
Nice to talk to you.
So, where in the world are you right now?
I'm in Canada,
Okay. Where in Canada?
Alberta.
Okay. Alberta, very cool. Is that
Really cold.
Yeah, right?
Mhm.
It's we're kind of having a bit of an argument right now with my, I don't know if you heard, my siblings and I are quarantining right now in North Carolina, and we're just making sure that we're all good before I go home and to my parents' house.
Yeah.
And speaking of cold, is we're all having issues with the thermostat, right?
Mhm.
Because I like it warm because I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
My brother lives in Boston, so he's fine with the cold, and my sister lives in Wisconsin. So like their threshold for cold is greater than mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think the end, you know, all this to say, I'm sorry that it's really cold.
Yeah, it's so cold here, and everyone walks around with like no coats on, and I'm like, how are you doing that? And my thermos is always so low. I'm like, can I turn it on? And my mom's like, no, the bill's gonna be so high if you turn it up to like 25. And then I'm freezing, but
Well, as my siblings tell me, put a jacket on. It's literally what they tell me all the time. They're just like,
I know, right? And
yeah. And I'm just like, I don't
you're
have any more
inside,
jackets.
and you're like, why would I wear a jacket inside?
Well, you know that movie? You know that movie Christmas Story?
I think so.
You know that it's like, so it's like the Ralphie kid with the glasses.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know what it's about.
So he has a little brother in the movie, right? And the little brother has a snowsuit where he can't move his arms, so he just looks like this ball.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I remember that. I remember seeing it.
So I feel like that's you and me in like a cold house. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, pretty typical. My sisters are both standing here. They're like, "Who are you on with? Who's there?"
Oh wow. Are
Um,
those your friends or?
oh, the one's my twin sister. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. Very cool. Nice. So, and I'm sorry, can you remind me again, your name was Leah, correct?
Well, yeah, it was Leah.
Leah, cool. Leah, I'm curious, have you listened to 21st Century Love?
Yes, I did. I think the first 5 minutes you posted on your story, I listened to it like twice, and then I sent it to my friend. I'm like, go listen to this song. She's like, why? I'm like, just trust me, Kay, just go listen to it. She's like, okay.
That's awesome. Did she like it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. I mean, she had positive feedback to it, so yeah, she liked it.
What? I do the same thing when my friends are just like, listen to a song, and I'm like, why? You always ask why.
I know.
It's weird. You have to be convinced to listen.
Just trust me on this one. Just listen to it if I tell you.
I do the same thing. I'm like, you know, it's, but I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So, I'm guessing like you like the song, like you're vibing with it.
Yeah, I did. I downloaded it within the first 10 minutes I listened to it. I think I commented that already on one of your posts, but.
Well, thank you so much. Have you seen the music video that came out?
I saw the little bit of it that you posted on Instagram, but I haven't seen anything else.
It's all good. Yeah, the music video. So we posted the music video today, the whole thing, and that was it's kind of crazy. It's a long video. It's like a long music video. I was like thinking about that earlier today. I was like, man, this is a long music video. But
I mean, that's a good song, so it makes sense that it's a good video too.
Thank you very much. So are you in school or?
Well, I'm not in school right now, but like I was a couple hours ago, but I think like 400 plus kids went home within 3 days, so we're probably gonna get shut down again. But right now we're at school.
I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Do you mind like doing like Zoom school and stuff?
No, I actually prefer Zoom school than real school. I don't know why, but it's more peaceful and I can sleep in, and I really don't like getting up at 6 in the morning to go to science.
To go to science.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite subject? I assume it's not science.
Yeah, it's not science. Well, I mean, I don't like any of the 4 main subjects. I probably prefer drama the most because, I don't know, it's really interesting. And you don't really learn anything. It's just mostly like, here, you want to play a game? Yeah, sure.
So have you done like school plays and stuff?
Yeah, I have.
What was your favorite experience? Like what play?
Well, I didn't get to do the one last year, which was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I was supposed to play Veruca. I don't know if you know which character that is, but the, like, rich girl. No, Daddy, I want another pony. That girl?
Yeah, Veruca's.
Her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was
Is
supposed to be
is she the
her.
blueberry? She the one who turns into a
No,
blueberry?
that's Violet Beauregard. Veruca is like the rich girl in the white.
Mhm.
And the blueberry is the gum chewer one.
The one behind the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny.
But it was probably, for some reason, the audition for Veruca was probably one of the most fun I've had, because even though I didn't get to do the play, the audition was still really fun for some reason.
Man.
But
Yeah, I find like school plays were such a, especially the auditions. It was really fun. It's awesome you bring that up because it takes me back to like, you know, waiting outside in the, you know, the auditorium, and like then people would just say like next, but you were auditioning like in front of your friends and stuff, and you were just,
I know, right?
it was so fun.
Yeah, I wanted to join the musical for this year, and I think it was Legally Blonde, but like a musical. And then
Oh,
the teacher's like, so you have to sing by yourself in front of everyone. I'm like, okay, so acting on audition is different than singing one. I cannot sing in an audition for my life. So I'm like,
Well,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I guess I'll try.
well, I'm curious. Have you like do you sing often?
No, not like very often. And I don't really like singing publicly either. It's really awkward.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've done it before, but it's not my favorite.
Well, the reason I ask is because it's like if you've never done something before and you don't do it often, you know, it's not going to be comfortable, right? So it's like, that's why I say, so, you know, I would say if like acting and singing on stage is something you want to do, I would just say the more you practice singing, you know, by yourself, the more comfortable you're going to be. Because it's almost like you need practice in the pocket, you know, like when you're auditioning, like when you're auditioning for something, like if I'm auditioning for a movie, I've been in, you know, I've acted before, right? Like I know how to act, but like the question is like do you know how to do your job like under pressure, you know? So it's just stuff like, so I would say don't write it off because it was uncomfortable. Like if you want to do it, like practice a lot, and then before you know it, someone will say, hey, can you sing for me? And you're in an audition, you're just like, sure. You can get to that place. Like it's not as far away as you think. So that's what I'd say. And Legally Blonde is a great musical. It's actually one of my favorites. I love Legally Blonde. My sister and I, when I was younger, our parents got us tickets to the Broadway musical. So my sister and I went to go see Legally Blonde when I was like, I forget how old I was, but it's a terrific musical. So
I saw it for the first time a couple weeks ago, right after I saw The Greatest Showman. And
did you like it?
I was like, well, pardon?
Did you like The Greatest Showman?
Yes, The Greatest Showman is so good, but my favorite musical, like, movie is probably Into the Woods. I don't... That was so good. Like,
So good.
Literally everyone was so good at singing, and I personally wouldn't have thought Johnny Depp could have done so good as a singing wolf in the forest, but I mean, he did pretty well, but...
I mean, Depp is great too Sweeney Todd, the Tim Burton film.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Also
too.
based on
I saw that
musical.
too. Is that the movie with like the guy who slits people's necks with barber blades or something?
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
It's also, if I'm correct, it's also Stephen Sondheim who did Into the Woods. I'm pretty sure he did. I think is it called The Ballad of Sweeney Todd? Does that sound right?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's escaping me right now. That's so cool. You know, it's yeah, man. Musicals. Yeah, Greatest Showman was absolutely so excellent. My mom was playing the music from that like constantly. So good. I love that one.
Hmm. Yeah, my mom plays Phantom of the Opera soundtrack all the time, and like I haven't even. I mean, I saw the movie before, but I don't remember anything. But I know all the words to the songs because she
Yeah,
plays them so often.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like a weird combo of never seeing it but knowing all the words.
Honestly, that's kind of how I feel about Dear Evan Hansen. I never saw Dear Evan Hansen, but like I know all the lyrics to the songs. It's kind of
Oh,
silly.
I mean, I
Do
don't
you know
think I've
that? Do you
seen
know that
that
musical?
one. Pardon?
Do you know the musical Dear Evan Hansen? It's with it was on Broadway with like Ben Platt. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
The music from that I can't attest to because I never saw the actual show, but the soundtrack to Dear Evan Hansen, it's actually the same composers who did La La Land, and if I'm correct, same composers who did The Greatest Showman. So you might really like Dear Evan Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What year did it come out?
I think it was on Broadway. If we weren't experiencing COVID right now, it'd still be on Broadway. But I think it came out 2 years ago
Oh.
or something. But
Oh.
you'd really love the music if you vibe with that other stuff. You
Mhm.
should check it out.
Probably.
Yeah, I love show tunes. Like growing up, my favorites were like In the Heights, Lin Manuel
Mhm.
Miranda's first show before Hamilton. Um,
I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I saw it either.
I mean, the greatest thing about musicals is like if it's a great musical, you can kind of just like listen to the soundtrack and get a real feel for the story. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like that's I don't know. I still listen to In the Heights and like Next to Normal and West Side Story and I love all those soundtracks so much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know it's not a musical, but the play The Cursed Child, like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, that is turning into a movie in like a couple of years. I'm so excited because it's like 19 years after the original series. It's gonna be beautiful.
Wait, really? So it's like Harry older?
Yeah, and like his kids are like the main characters now, but like Harry Potter's like their dad, obviously.
Yeah, it's great because I remember being in New York and seeing the theater that they were performing that at and seeing like just lines out the door. But I didn't
Yeah,
know. And it's I mean Harry Potter is like
Harry Potter's big, so I
just a
can
classic.
see why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
I
doubt.
didn't see the play, but I read the book, and I was like, okay, when the movie comes out, I will go watch it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, hopefully when that comes out, we can like all go back to movie theaters and start enjoying that again, right?
Yeah.
Like, my gosh, I kind of miss like it's weird. I'll watch like TV shows and stuff that just took place like not too long ago, and all the characters were walking around outside without masks on, and I'm just like, man,
I know, when you're like, excuse me, back away from that person. What are you doing?
yeah. I was in the airport the other day, and it was like I was all suited up. I had like you know my N95 mask, I had my face shield, I was wearing a scarf, you know, just to like I was like in this little bubble, and it was like it was kind of crazy just to have a moment, just be like, man. I mean, airports were kind of uncomfortable before COVID, but like now, and then like you know, we can't even like go see my parents immediately. We have to make sure we're all negative a couple times, and it's kind of crazy,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, and now at movie theaters, they literally play old movies. They still let you go, but they don't send out new movies. Like, at least where I live, we're allowed to go to the theater, but not see new movies. Which I don't really see what the point in that is.
I didn't
Because,
I didn't know that. So the theaters are open in Alberta.
yeah,
Wow.
they're open and we can go to them. But, they're all, like, old movies like Despicable Me or something like that.
Which is a great film.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is
yeah,
a great
but
film.
I don't, yeah, I mean, but I don't want to pay to see a movie I have already seen like a billion times. I want to see something new.
Absolutely. I mean they've been releasing movies though. Um,
Hmm.
I have a film that's it hasn't it's not out yet, but it's like been going around on at film festivals and stuff, and we've been doing like virtual screenings, which are
Hmm.
super strange. It's literally just like this, and then you know it's kind of crazy actually. We had a virtual screening for this film, and I was just in my living room, just on the couch, on the like the
Wait, the
red
other
carpet.
people weren't with you?
No, no, it was virtual, so it was like over Zoom. It was crazy, such a weird experience. But
Not sure how that would work. Like, you'd all be in different spots.
it's actually kind of so. What's funny is, I was on the red. So typically, when you do a red carpet, you go through like the press area. Like people ask you questions after you take photos and stuff, and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So they had that area virtually. So it was like we did
Mhm.
photos, I suppose, where I was just like posing, over Zoom. And then someone asked me, someone had known that I was like planning to release a single. This is months ago. And they asked me to play the song. So actually the first time you hear me play 21st Century Love is at this virtual premiere. Because I was just
Oh,
in my
wow.
living room, so I just grabbed my guitar, which was right next to me. And I was
everyone
like, yeah.
everyone who was watching the thing just got like a free show right there.
I mean,
Free
it's
preview.
honestly like if someone brought a guitar on a red carpet, you would think that there was something, kind of wrong with them. But the fact I was in my living room was just like, yeah, sure, I'll play for you. It's like I'm just sitting.
Why not?
I'm just sitting in my living room right now, like, talking to my phone. It's like, sure. But the whole virtual thing is like, so I haven't experienced what it's like to have a movie out in the world and like, but I know like a lot of studios have been reserving they're like holding their films for after COVID,
Mm-hmm.
which I can understand because in the United States, I mean, I think we're doing like drive-ins, but, it's kind of few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, we probably don't get new ones sent here because imagine how mad like the US would be if we were like previewing the movies and we're like know what's in the movies and they're all here like, oh, we haven't seen anything for like 6 months.
everyone would just be like trying to get into Canada to go watch a movie.
I know, and we'd be like, get out of Canada.
One of my best friends, his wife is Canadian, and she's just so excited to go back home. She cannot wait. She's like, and I, because in the United States and stuff, like, it's nuts. It seems like other places had like a, like they quarantined, then went back to normal, and then they quarantined again. But I live in
Mhm.
LA, and so it's kind of like it feels like it's been shut down the whole time.
Mhm.
Like I never felt that separation between, I guess like whatever you want to call them, like phase 1 or phase 2, or.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I have a friend, like I said, I have a friend in New Zealand. I have a friend in London. She was like walking around. They weren't wearing masks for a really long time, stuff, and
Mhm.
it's one of my good friends is Taiwanese, and like it's it's interesting in that regard where it's like COVID it's everywhere, but the United States I think has just done a pretty poor job with handling it from day
Mhm.
one, which is a bit
Yeah.
of a shame.
I was told by one of my friends at school, which I mean, teenagers at my school lie so much, so I don't know if it's true, but apparently the US had like an anti-mask protest, like with their masks off, protesting to not wear a mask. And
Yeah.
it's like, all gonna get sick. And I think like half of them got COVID in the end, and it's like, well, I mean, you kind of brought it upon yourself, but.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that here where it's like I don't know enough to speak intelligently on it, but I know that there have been like anti-mask protests,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like the United States is in a really weird place right now because there's just so many things happening, there's just so much happening at once, whether it was COVID or whether it was Black Lives Matter or just like the election, like it's crazy right now. So I'm hoping that things just start to kind of like calm down a little bit, and
Mhm.
my gosh, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, there have been protests like that here, and
Mhm.
but I don't know, in LA people seem to be wearing their masks often, and I don't go out much while I'm in North Carolina right now, but people are wearing masks and it seems like they're social distancing. It's hopefully we'll all be good very soon. I would love that. We could just go
Yeah,
back to hanging out.
LA's a nice place. I mean, I don't live there, so I mean, I can't really say too much on it. But I've been there like 2 or 3 times, and every time I've been like, I don't want to go back. I'll stay here. Much nicer here. But I mean, I can't just randomly move to LA, so.
Nah, I mean, it's yeah. LA's a good place to live, but it's also, you know, it's it's an interesting city. It's like LA's really big. It's like a big. It feels big.
Mhm.
It's very spread out. So it's kind of like I personally love living in Los Angeles, but it took me a few years to really find my groove there. Like personally, like how best I could kind of use my time, and like who was I hanging out with, and you know, where did I want to live in the city. And in that regard, it's kind of like music really helped me a lot with that, because music even like further focused what I wanted. And it was like, oh, I really love making stuff. I just love making stuff. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be acting. It could be like producing a music video, or going into the studio and recording a new song, or just sitting with my guitar for hours and writing something new. And it almost like, music in a weird way made me feel more at home in Los Angeles. It was like very centering practice and like very focused. And but LA's a big city for sure. But you know, it feels good though to be back in North Carolina. It's like it's a little slower here. It's quieter. It's you know, some more trees. There's a lot of trees here. And anyway, but hey, I think I'm gonna get going, because I think we gotta go. I think we're going over to my parents' house for like a socially distanced dinner on the patio.
Okay.
So, but
Thank
it
you
was
for
so lovely
adding
talking.
me.
Of course, it was my
It was.
absolute pleasure.
Pardon?
No, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure talking.
Oh, yeah. Pleasure talking to you too.
Awesome. Well, hey, have a great evening, and yeah. Hey,
You too. Bye.
bye. All right. Is that? I think it's off. Is it not off yet? I think it's off. Huh. There. Okay. Now we're back. Oh man. Aw, thanks, Jamie. Hey, everyone. This was so fun. I always enjoy talking with you. Your support over 21st Century Love coming out has been absolutely amazing. It's been unexpected, the reception that the song is getting. The music video came out today. Check that out on my Instagram page and my YouTube page. Let me know what you think. And as always, it's an absolute pleasure. So have a good night or good morning wherever you are in the world. All right, bye.